Amazing moment revealed. Janitor's daughter speaks Mandarin, touches Billionaire's heart forever. Lily stood at the edge of the gala, her heart racing as she took in the glittering scene before her. The room was awash in deep reds and golds, shimmering chandeliers casting a warm glow on the throng of well-dressed guests. Each laugh echoed like music, a stark contrast to the cramped apartment she called home with her dad, the janitor. But that night, she wasn't there to be reminded of her struggles. She was here to find her place in a world that often shunned her. In her mind, she could hear her father's voice, steady and reassuring. "Work hard, Lily. Don't let what others think define you." He had taught her that resilience wasn't just a word, it was a way of life. His long hours cleaning floors under flickering lights pushed her to excel in school, where each grade was a brick in the wall she was building against the tide of circumstance. But now, standing among the elite, she felt like a tiny fish in a massive ocean. In the back of her mind, the mocking whispers of her affluent classmates lingered. "What does the janitor's daughter know?" they'd tease, belittling her as if her worth was tied to her father's job. Yet here she was, on the cusp of something momentous, at a gala hosted by Miss Chen, a billionaire known for her philanthropy. As the guests mingled, Lily overheard fervent discussions about Miss Chen searching for a young protege. Instinctively, hope flickered in her chest. Could she be that protege? Swallowing her anxieties, she decided to volunteer and help with the event. Hours passed, filled with laughter, chaos, and the thrill of possibilities. And then it happened. During the gala, in a twist of fate, Lily found herself translating for Miss Chen, her Mandarin fluency flowing effortlessly as she engaged with visiting dignitaries. The air crackled with energy as Miss Chen's eyes sparkled with admiration. "You're extraordinary," she said, her voice sincere. In that moment, under the chandeliers, Lily felt like the world had cracked open just for her. But her euphoric cloud was soon pierced by the barbs of jealousy. As news of her connection with Miss Chen spread, her classmates confronted her with scorn. "What are you doing here, Lily? You think you belong with us?" They laughed, the sound sharp enough to cut. Doubt crept into her heart, alongside anger. Were they right? The inner turmoil began gnawing at her, forcing a choice: adapt to their expectations or stay true to the lessons her father instilled. Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system, and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now, let's continue. With a burning determination, Lily prepared to face her classmates. She would not let them define her worth. As the gala drew near and whispers echoed around her, she found her voice. Standing before her peers, she took a deep breath. "I am my father's daughter." Her words rang out, raw and powerful. "I carry his dreams, his sacrifices." The room fell silent, eyes wide, tension hanging like mist. Could she redefine what success meant? Would they see her, not as the janitor's daughter, but as the girl who dreamt big? She had opened the floodgates of accountability, but as the crowd shifted, she felt the looming challenge of a sneer from one of her classmates shatter her moment. Would they accept her, or would she be drowned in their judgments? Lily's heart thundered in her chest as the silence stretched on. The weight of all those eyes, the girls with their perfect hair and expensive gowns, felt like a spotlight glaring down, urging her to retreat. And just when doubt threatened to engulf her, she caught a glimpse of her dad's smile, warm and unwavering. That image sparked something deep inside her, a flicker of courage. Suddenly, footsteps pierced the quiet. Miss Chen approached, the shimmering fabric of her gown trailing behind her like the promise of hope. She exuded a presence that commanded attention, and Lily could feel her own fear slowly melting away under the billionaire's gaze. "Lily," Miss Chen said, her voice wrapping around the crowd, "your passion is commendable. This world needs more tenacity and courage, especially from young minds like yours." Her words shimmered in the air, filling Lily with an unfamiliar warmth that ignited her spirit. "It's not easy to stand out," Lily murmured, her throat tight, "especially when everyone thinks I don't belong." "Belonging is not about where you come from," Miss Chen explained, her eyes sparkling with understanding. "It's about where you're going and how hard you're willing to fight for your dreams. Don't let their doubts drown your voice." Lily felt the pressure in her chest ease slightly. With renewed conviction, she addressed the crowd once more. "You think I'm just the janitor's daughter? You think that defines my future? I'm not ashamed of my roots. My dad has taught me how to be strong, how to fight for every scrap of success." There was a flicker of surprise among her classmates, their faces betraying a mix of resentment and awe. Maybe they were beginning to see her differently. Just then, the murmurs rose again, but this time it felt different. It was as if the crowd was being slowly split into two factions, those who remained skeptics and those who appreciated her boldness. She could almost visibly sense the shift. In the back of the room, a familiar voice broke through the noise. "Can you even dream of a future beyond cleaning floors?" It was Samantha, her former friend turned adversary, smirking as her friends laughed. Maybe she had hoped to wound deep, but all Lily felt was a surge of determination. "Success isn't measured in money or status," Lily responded, her voice steady and clear. "It's about heart. It's about the desire to make an impact, and I want to make an impact on the world." Lily turned away from the laughter, focusing instead on Miss Chen. "I want to learn from you. I want to make a difference. Can you help me?" The room held its breath as Miss Chen nodded, a proud smile blossoming. "I absolutely can. Let's show the world that there's power in unexpected places." Hope danced in Lily's heart, but before it could settle, the realization of what lay ahead struck, heavy as a winter storm. Would she be able to handle the scrutiny, the pressure of expectation that came along with Miss Chen's mentorship? The thought clashed with excitement, twisting her stomach into knots. A path lay before her, bright yet daunting. As the crowd began to disperse, Lily spotted her reflection in a nearby mirror. For the first time, she saw not just the janitor's daughter, but a girl on the brink of transformation. But just as she turned to leave, she overheard a whispered conversation, a threat wrapped in envy. "We'll see how long she lasts with Miss Chen. She doesn't know what it takes to be one of us." With a newfound resolve, Lily stepped forward. Would she rise to the challenge, or would the shadows of doubt pull her back under? The moment of truth was just around the corner, and she could feel the stakes rising. What awaited her on this new journey? Would she discover her true strength, or would the past continue to haunt her? How far could she possibly go? Lily's heart raced as she stepped away from the crowd, determination mingling with nerves. She had taken the first bold step, but now the weight of Miss Chen's expectations loomed over her. What came next? Would she crumble under the pressure, or could she seize this chance to rewrite her story? "Hey, Lily!" It was Emma, a girl from her class who had always smiled at her, but they had rarely interacted. "That was really brave what you did back there." Emma's eyes sparkled with admiration, and Lily felt the warmth of friendship touch her shoulders. "Thanks, Emma," she replied, a shy smile creeping across her face. The warmth spread through her, replacing the shadows of doubt. "What are you going to do next?" Emma asked, a tone of eager curiosity in her voice. Lily bit her lip, feeling that familiar knot twist in her stomach. "I want to meet with Miss Chen. She'll help me figure it out, I hope." "You should," Emma beamed. "And if anyone gives you trouble, just remember, you've got this." Feeling emboldened, Lily made her way toward Miss Chen, who was now surrounded by a small cluster of hopeful students. She cleared her throat and approached, ready to commit to this bold new chapter. "Miss Chen?" Lily interrupted gently, heart pounding with the potential of what might come next. "Can we talk?" The billionaire looked at her, intrigued. "Of course, Lily. What's on your mind?" Lily took a breath, slowing her racing heart. "I want to learn everything I can. I want to explore my potential, not just for me, but for my community. And maybe, just maybe, show others they can break free from their labels too." Ms. Chen's eyes lit up with approval. "That's the spirit. Passion is a powerful motivator. The first step is usually the hardest. It seems you've already taken it." "But," Lily hesitated, searching for the right words, "what if I can't keep up? I don't want to let you down." "Every journey has its challenges," Ms. Chen said, her voice full of wisdom. "You'll face obstacles and doubts, but those are the moments that will define you, not the whispers of others, but how you rise from them." Lily nodded, inspired. Could she truly rise above the whispers, the doubts that lurked in the corners of her mind? Just then, Samantha's laughter caught her ear again, sharp and loud. "What are you really going to do, Lily? You'll always be the janitor's daughter. What kind of difference will that ever make?" The laughter rippled through the crowd, but this time it felt different. It felt far away, almost echoing from a separate world. Lily turned to Miss Chen, who smiled knowingly. "How would you respond?" Miss Chen asked, her voice gentle yet commanding. Lily took a moment to find her voice. "I would say that I have dreams, and I am more than my past. I want to prove that every background has the power to inspire." Her words rang out, buoyed by the feeling of her father's unwavering faith behind her. Samantha's expression faltered, caught off guard. For the first time, Lily sensed her own power, not just to speak, but to transform the narrative others had written about her. Ms. Chen placed a hand on her shoulder. "Absolutely brilliant, Lily. Your voice is invaluable, and your story can resonate. Each challenge is a chance to grow." Suddenly, adrenaline rushed through her veins. She felt the fabric of her identity shifting, a new tapestry being woven. But in the back of her mind, unease gnawed at her. Would she truly have what it takes to make this journey her own? As she glanced around, she saw the mix of admiration and skepticism. This moment felt monumental, a pivot point in her life. But the road ahead still felt long and uncertain. With one last look at Miss Chen, a fire ignited in her heart. "I'm ready for whatever comes next," she declared, barely believing her own words. As she turned to leave the crowd behind, a question lingered in the air, one that would haunt her thoughts. Could a girl like her truly build a bridge to a new future, paving a path for others? Only time would tell. Lily stepped away from the crowd, her heart still pounding with a mix of adrenaline and uncertainty. What had she just done? She had spoken up, but could she keep that fire lit? The buzz of conversation faded as she made her way through the corridors, each step both liberating and terrifying. "Hey Lily, wait up!" Emma called out, catching up to her. "I heard you talking to Miss Chen. That was amazing!" Lily turned to face her. "Thanks, but I'm still scared. It feels like I jumped off a cliff without knowing what was at the bottom." Emma chuckled softly. "That's what makes it exciting. You took a risk, and that's huge. I mean, look at you. You're pushing boundaries." Pushing boundaries. The phrase hung in the air like a bright, glittering promise. Could this really be the start of something incredible? The school hallways were buzzing with chatter, students filtering in and out of classrooms. Each face she passed had the potential to see her differently now. The old labels, the whispers of being just the janitor's daughter, felt a little quieter in her ears. As she walked, Lily's mind raced with possibilities. What did Miss Chen see in her? Could she actually help make a difference? Suddenly, she found herself outside a classroom. The door was slightly ajar, and she could hear laughter and chatter. Curiosity piqued, she peered inside. A group of students, mostly the popular ones, were gathered around a desk, rifling through papers and books. "Look at this," someone said gleefully. "Do you think Lily really believes she can make it big? She's just a dreamer." The laughter hit her like a cold splash of water. Doubt crept back in. Maybe they were right. What did she have to offer? But then Emma's face flashed in her mind, her encouraging words lighting a path through the fog of uncertainty. With a deep breath, she pushed open the door and stepped inside. The laughter died down. All eyes turned to her, surprise etched on their faces. "Looking for something?" Lily asked, her voice steady despite her racing heartbeat. At first, no one spoke. Then one of the girls, a tall brunette with an air of confidence, smirked. "Just trying to figure out how you got that big-mouthed billionaire to pay attention to you. You must have pulled a good con." For a moment, Lily felt the weight of unkindness pressing against her chest. But deeper down, something sparked. "Or maybe I just decided to tell my story," she replied, surprising even herself with her bravado. "Everyone has a tale worth telling, even you." A murmur swept through the room. The brunette's expression shifted, her smirk faded. "Whatever," she said, resuming her earlier activity. But the room felt different now. Lily straightened her shoulders. "If I can speak out, so can you. We all deserve to be heard." Emma beamed at her from the doorway, radiating pride. As Lily walked out, a sense of power surged within her. Miss Chen had been right. This was just the beginning. Every step felt like a challenge, each word a brick laid on her new path. Along the way, could she gather others willing to walk beside her? With newfound determination, she resolved that she would build a group, a community of dreamers ready to break free. But as she turned the corner, an unsettling thought gripped her. Would they support her, uplift her, or was she destined to face resistance from those who clung to old expectations? Feeling a mix of anticipation and fear, she took a deep breath. Time to find out. This journey might be harder than she'd ever imagined, but she was ready. What awaited her on the other side? Would she falter or soar? Lily's heart raced faster than ever as she ventured deeper into the bustling school. Each laugh, each conversation felt suspended in time, like she was watching a movie instead of living in it. She had finally broken the silence that had wrapped around her for so long, and now every step forward felt like both liberation and confrontation. "Hey, are you okay?" Emma's voice pulled her back. "You look like you're about to take flight." "Just thinking," Lily replied, trying to shake off the uncertainty. "What if no one wants to join me? What if I'm just fooling myself?" Emma put her hand on Lily's shoulder. "You have to believe in yourself. That's what will inspire others." As they walked towards the cafeteria, the air buzzed with energy, but Lily felt a knot of apprehension tightening in her stomach. Would people understand her? Would anyone feel the same fire igniting within them? Once inside the cafeteria, they spotted a few of her classmates sitting at a large table, crowded with trays of half-eaten lunches. Lily's breath caught when she spotted the brunette from earlier. Her eyes darted to Lily, and the smirk was gone, replaced by a contemplative stare. "What if I just make things worse?" she whispered, gripping Emma's arm. "Just be you. Remember, you're not alone," Emma replied, her voice steady like an anchor. Taking a deep breath, Lily walked toward the group. "Can I talk to you all for a second?" she called out, trying to suppress the tremor in her voice. A few heads turned. The noise around the table hushed, replaced by curious gazes. Lily's palms were sweaty, and doubt threatened to creep back in, but she pressed on. "I know you may not think much of me, but I believe we all have stories to share. Stories that could change us, maybe even change the world." The brunette raised an eyebrow, a mixture of skepticism and intrigue on her face. "What makes you so special? Why should we care about your stories?" Lily's heart thumped loudly in her chest. "Because it's not just about me, it's about everyone. Imagine if we all put our stories together. We could create something huge, a movement." A wave of whispering started, and Lily's confidence wobbled, but Emma squeezed her hand from behind. "Come on, guys, you know it's true. Think about it. Everyone's got something to say, and we could actually do something real here if we work together." The brunette leaned back, crossing her arms. "And what if it flops? What if we look like idiots?" Lily stepped closer, her voice softer but unwavering. "Then at least we tried. Together. Isn't that what makes us human? Sharing our hopes, our failures, everything?" The girl paused, glancing around. Slowly, a few others started to nod. The tension in the air shifted. Lily could almost feel it. "Okay, I'm in," said a boy sitting at the end of the table. "But if you embarrass us, that's on you." Lily thanked him with a smile that felt like a burst of sunlight. Just then, a figure approached from behind. It was Miss Chen, her presence commanding yet inviting. "What's all this about?" she asked, curiosity sparkling in her eyes. Lily's fear was replaced with possibility. "We're starting a group to share our stories and lift each other up." Miss Chen smiled broadly. "Count me in. I can help you all get started." Lily just stood there, stunned. Before her, pieces of a puzzle began to form. A community was emerging. But as the room shared a collective nod of approval, a whisper of doubt still lingered in her mind. Would this group have the strength to rise above naysayers? As excitement brewed around her, the question echoed in her heart. Was she truly ready to lead them through whatever storm might come? Lily took a deep breath, her resolve hardening. This was her chance, but could she truly be a spark in the dark, pulling others into the light? Lily's heart raced as Miss Chen's smile washed over her like a wave of warmth. It was more than just approval. It felt like validation, like a signal that everything they hoped for might just be within reach. "What do we do first?" she blurted, the excitement making her words tumble out. "Let's pick a time to meet," Miss Chen suggested, her voice carrying the authority of someone who had seen transformations happen before. "You'll need a space, maybe the art room. It has that big circle of chairs." Lily glanced around the cafeteria, where nods had turned to murmurs of agreements. "Sure, the art room sounds great. We can brainstorm everything there." The brunette who had challenged her earlier chimed in. "What's the first story you want to share? Yours should set the tone, right?" Doubt crept back in, but Lily fought it off. She had always thought of herself as ordinary, but right now, inspired by the environment, she felt somewhat extraordinary. "I guess I'll share about the time I almost gave up on myself," she began, her voice steadier. "It was last year. I wanted to join the debate team, but the girls I practiced with were a lot better than me. After a couple of tries, I felt like a total failure. I thought about quitting. But then I remembered my mom saying, 'You can't let fear write your story for you.' So I decided to stick with it, and that pushed me to improve. A silence filled the air, but it was different now, charged with empathy. The brunette nodded. That's what it's about, taking that chance, right? You just spoke about being brave, and that's what we all want to hear. Lily's eyes sparkled as she felt a connection forming, not just between her and her classmates, but among everyone in that room. Yes, and if we get together, we could help each other find courage in our stories too. The boy who sat at the end of the table waved his hand. What if we have themes for our meetings, like overcoming fears this week? We could even have guest speakers. Yes, Emma perked up. This is amazing, everyone. Lily smiled widely, embracing the momentum building around her. Let's create a list of themes and ideas, and I can even design posters to announce our first meeting. The energy shifted again, and soon a chorus of voices began to bounce around the room, each one bringing more ideas to life. Lily felt lighter with each suggestion thrown into the mix. In that moment, she understood something profound. It wasn't just about telling her own story, it was about being a part of something bigger. Her heart swelled with a bittersweet realization. The vulnerabilities they each carried were the threads tying them together. Yet, as they lit up with excitement, a familiar face slipped into her thoughts. She had avoided him for too long, the tall boy from class who always queued beside her. He had that intense look in his eyes, impacting her despite her best efforts to ignore it. Guys, what if we invite someone outside of school to share their story too? Maybe a local artist or someone who's made a difference, Lily suggested, shaking off her distraction. Great thinking, came a chorus of agreeing voices. As the plans churned, Lily glanced at the door, her heart racing again. What if he showed up next time? In the whirlwind of brainstorming, she couldn't shake the feeling that the most significant stories were still waiting to unfold, both in the room and beyond its walls. As laughter echoed around her, a question flickered in her heart. If they could help each other embrace their truths, what untold stories could emerge? Taking a deep breath, Lily smiled, knowing that the real journey had only just begun. But would her own story be ready to intertwine with those of her classmates in ways she never imagined? This is going to be so awesome. Thanks, Lily replied, the compliment wrapping around her like a warm blanket. I can't wait to see what everyone shares. As the group settled in and the room quieted, she took a deep breath. For a moment, she glanced at the door, half hoping he would appear, the boy who had unknowingly monopolized her thoughts. Would he be here? Ms. Chen entered, her presence immediately solidifying the energy in the room. Welcome, everyone. I'm so proud of each of you for taking this step. Remember, this space is safe, and we're all here to support each other. Lily felt the weight of that reassurance. Each member would be sharing their own story, their fears and victories. It was a chance for healing and connection. Who wants to go first? Miss Chen prompted. The silence stretched, and Lily could see hesitation flickering in some eyes. She took a deep breath. I'll go, she said, surprising herself even as the words slipped out. A sense of vulnerability wrapped around her, but was quickly replaced by a flicker of resolve. Standing in front of her classmates, she spoke from the heart, sharing the details of her challenges on the debate team. She explained how the fear of failure had almost silenced her voice. As she finished, a chorus of supportive murmurs flowed from the group, igniting her confidence. The brunette, who had initially challenged her, stood next. I never thought I could share my story, but listening to you, Lily, makes me want to try. Lily could feel the room shift, an invisible thread weaving, connecting their hearts and stories. One by one, students shared their experiences of doubt, isolation, and triumph. The tales were raw and genuine, and each one added another layer of courage to the collective. Halfway through the session, the door creaked open, and Lily's pulse quickened. It was him, the boy from class. He slipped in quietly, scanning the room before resting his gaze on her. "Hey, sorry I'm late," he said, catching her eye. There was a vulnerability in his expression, something raw and sincere that made her heart leap. "Glad you're here," she managed to say, fighting the rush of emotions swirling within her. He nodded and took a seat in the back, listening intently. Lily returned her focus to her classmates, but she couldn't help but feel the magnetic pull of his presence, the weight of unspoken stories hanging between them. As the meeting continued, she noticed the boy leaning forward, absorbing the stories with an intensity that sent small tendrils of hope curling around her heart. When the last person finished sharing, a heavy silence settled over them, full of reflection, and Lily could feel the atmosphere crackling with unresolved fears. "Thank you for being so brave," Miss Chen said softly. "Remember, sharing is just the first step. We all have stories, and we can learn and grow together. Who knows? Maybe we can all get together again next week, perhaps even invite someone special for our next session." The possibilities swirled through Lily's mind, bubbling with excitement. But as she glanced at the boy again, a thought tugged at her heart. What if he had a story to share too? As she felt the hope of connection radiating through the room, an unexpected surge of courage began to bubble within her. But would she be daring enough to invite him into their circle next time? The following week arrived faster than Lily expected. The days leading up to the next storytelling meeting were a mix of excitement and nerves. She replayed the last session in her mind, each story leaving a mark on her heart. But it was the boy's gentle gaze, the intensity with which he listened, that lingered the most. As she made her way to the art room, she scanned the bustling hallway. Would he come again? The thought twisted in her stomach, lighting up her nerves with both hope and fear. Would he share something of his own this time? Arriving at the room, she noticed the chairs were arranged just like before, but this time they felt different, more charged, like they were holding their breath in anticipation. Emma was already there, adjusting the posters. "Hey, are you ready for this?" Emma asked, a bright smile spreading across her face. "I think so," Lily replied, her voice wavering a little. "What if no one shows up?" "Don't worry, they will," Emma said confidently. "Courage has been contagious around here. Look at how brave our peers were last week." As the other students trickled in, Lily's heartbeat quickened. Finally, the boy walked in, a little hesitant but determined. He caught her eye and smiled, and in that moment, Lily's breath hitched. Miss Chen greeted everyone energetically. "Welcome back. I hope you all have some exciting stories to share today." Lily's heart pounded. Today was the day she had decided. Maybe she could invite him to share, or at least nudge him in that direction. What if he had something profound to offer, something that would allow them to connect even deeper? Just as she gathered the courage to say something, Miss Chen asked, "Who would like to begin?" Silence filled the room again. Lily fidgeted in her chair. She looked around, making eye contact with her peers. Each of them seemed to be holding their breath, waiting for someone to take the plunge. Then the boy, surprisingly, raised his hand. "I'll share," he said, his voice steady despite the nervousness radiating off him. Lily's heart soared as he stood, the room shifting with the weight of his words. He stepped into the center, and his eyes met hers. "I've never really talked about this before," he started, his voice gripping the air. "But I've often felt like I don't belong, like I'm just a shadow in the background." Lily felt a sharp ache in her heart. She understood that feeling. He went on, sharing moments of uncertainty and loneliness. He spoke about his family, the pressure he felt to uphold expectations, and how it often left him paralyzed with fear of disappointing others. Each word uncovered more of the boy she had admired from afar. As he continued, she could see the vulnerability softening his features, allowing others in the room to mirror his openness. The space felt electric, a tapestry of shared experiences melding together, everyone leaning in, soaking up his story. When he concluded, the room erupted into a wave of applause. Tears glistened in some eyes, including Lily's. "Thank you for sharing that," Lily said, feeling a deep connection pulse between them. "You're not alone in this. We've all felt lost at times." Miss Chen nodded in agreement. "Absolutely. This is what storytelling is all about, finding our truth and building connections." Lily's mind raced. This was it. This was her moment. Maybe next week we can focus on stories about hope and uplifting experiences. We could explore joy and successes too. She paused, taking a deep breath. And, maybe invite someone special to share their story. The boy looked at her, the corners of his mouth hinting at a smile. The atmosphere filled with a buzz of possibilities, the thought of inviting new voices into their circle, opening doors they never knew existed. "What about our parents or friends?" someone suggested, echoing Lily's thoughts. "Or siblings," another added. As ideas swirled, Lily's heart raced. She felt like they were on the edge of something beautiful. But as the bell rang and the group began to disperse, she caught the boy's eye one last time. "Do you think your story will inspire someone else to share?" she asked, her voice quiet but sincere. He paused, considering her words. "I hope so. This feels like just the beginning." And with that, a knot of anticipation tightened in her chest. What would next week bring? As the crowd thinned and the vibrant energy settled into the walls, Lily couldn't shake the feeling that they were building something extraordinary together. But could they truly let others in? The week buzzed by with a strange mix of impatience and eagerness for Lily. Thoughts of the upcoming storytelling session danced in her mind like fireflies. Each time she imagined the boy sharing his story again, her heart fluttered. Would he feel inspired to speak more? What new gems of courage and connection would emerge this time? As she entered the art room, sunlight streamed through the windows, casting warm patches on the floor. The chairs, now familiar, felt imbued with shared hopes. Emma, already there, was hanging colorful banners that declared, "Share your story, change a life." "Hey, you look more excited than usual," Emma said, beaming. "I guess I just feel hopeful," Lily replied, her smile growing. "It feels like we're on the brink of something special." Soon, the room filled with an eclectic mix of laughter, shuffling papers, and the sound of friends greeting one another. Each face felt a little brighter, a little more open. Then, the boy arrived. He stood slightly apart, but his presence filled the room with warmth. He caught her gaze and smiled shyly, making her heart skip a beat. Miss Chen clapped her hands, gathering attention. "Welcome to another storytelling meeting. Today, let's bring in those triumphs and breakthrough moments that have lifted us up." Lily's throat tightened at the thought of inviting him to share again. What if he could reveal something that would touch everyone like he had last week? Just as Miss Chen asked who would like to start, the boy raised his hand once more. Confidence seemed to seep from him, and he stood again, making the anxious energy in the room crackle with anticipation. "I'll start," he said, his voice growing steadier. "This week, something happened that changed how I view myself." Lily couldn't help but lean forward, her heart racing. He spoke about a recent moment at home, a scenario where he had to stand up for himself against an unfair situation. His words flowed with sincerity. "I realized I can't keep hiding in the shadows. I deserve to be heard." The room hung on his every word. Lily could feel the emotions swell, as if they were all tethered by his bravery. She remembered how, just days before, he had been wrapped in doubt, and now he was a beacon of inspiration. When he finished, applause erupted again, but this time it was woven with a deeper understanding. They applauded for courage, for growth, for the light that was breaking through doubt. "Wow," Lily breathed, eyes shimmering with tears. "You've shown us how powerful it is to believe in our own voices. Thank you for that." Miss Chen nodded. "It's moments like this where we see ourselves reflected in each other. Stories build bridges between us." Encouraged by the warmth of the room, Lily took a deep breath. Maybe next week we could also include stories of friendship and support in our lives. Experiences that helped us rise after falling, like how we've helped each other. The boy met her eyes with renewed fire, a smile blooming. That would be amazing. I think we all have someone who has pulled us through. Excitement and nervousness mingled in the room, the air thick with anticipation. The bell rang again, signaling the end, but no one moved. They were reluctant to leave this moment of connection behind. As they began to disperse, Lily caught the boy's gaze once more. "Do you think your story really inspired others today?" He paused, a glimmer of doubt in his expression, before a slow smile spread across his face. "I hope it does. I want to keep sharing." Lily felt her heart lift. There was an unspoken promise between them now. They were weaving a web of stories together, one that could take them anywhere. Just as she turned to leave, a new thought struck her. What if someone else has something to share that could change everything? What's next? And with that question echoing in her mind, the excitement of the unknown beckoned her forward. What stories awaited them? The next storytelling session arrived, and the air in the art room buzzed with palpable excitement. Lily could barely contain her eagerness, feeling like a tightly wound spring ready to release. Would the stories spoken today change everything? As she stepped inside, vibrant posters hung like banners of hope on the walls, each decorated with colorful drawings and quotes about courage and connection. Emma greeted her with a hug. "It's gonna be great today. I can feel it." "I think so too," Lily replied, her heart fluttering. Soon, the room filled with students, and a mixture of laughter and chatter swirled around her. She noticed the boy standing in a corner, his smile lighting up when their eyes met. There was something different about him today, a spark of confidence that made her stomach flutter. He had truly embraced his voice. Miss Chen entered, and the atmosphere shifted instantly. "Welcome back, everyone. Before we begin, I want you all to take a moment to appreciate how far you've all come. Sharing your stories is no easy feat, and you are becoming voices of change in your own right." Lily felt an electric charge in the air as Miss Chen's words resonated deeply within. Today was about support, about rising together. And then, to her surprise, the boy raised his hand again. "I'd like to go first," he said, stepping to the middle of the circle with an energy that made Lily's heart swell. "Today, I'd like to share a story about friendship." Lily leaned in, ready to drink in every word. He spoke about a time when he almost gave up on a project, how he felt burnt out and lost, and how a friend, someone they all knew, had pushed him to keep going. "Sometimes we don't realize the impact our words can have," he said. "A simple 'I believe in you' can change everything." As he finished, the room erupted into applause again, but it felt richer, deeper this time. They weren't just clapping, they were recognizing the profound ties that held them together. "Thank you for that," Lily said, feeling tears prick the corners of her eyes. "That's exactly why we're here, to lift each other up." Miss Chen smiled warmly. "Beautifully said, Lily. Now, who wants to share next?" After a moment, Lily's friend Emma stepped forward. "I haven't shared much yet, but I want to talk about how everyone supported me during a tough time last semester. I struggled with my grades, and I felt so alone." She glanced around the room, her voice thick with emotion. "But you all reached out and kept reminding me to keep trying. You showed me what it means to be there for someone." That hit home for many, a wave of honesty washing through the room. More students began to share their stories, a tapestry woven with threads of hope, resilience, and friendship. As her classmates spoke, Lily felt the warmth of connection wrap around her. They were no longer just a group of students. They were a community, one built on understanding and acceptance. It felt like a heart beating within the walls of that art room, each shared story sending pulses of strength through their veins. Finally, as the room fell into a reflective hush, Lily took a breath, ready to voice her thoughts. "I think we all have someone we can thank for helping us along the way." She paused, glancing at the boy who smiled back. "This week, let's share those moments. Who has been a source of hope for you?" The room buzzed with agreement, and ideas began to flow. One student suggested bringing in guest speakers, friends, even family members who helped them dream bigger. The excitement was infectious. Just as the bell rang to signal the end of the session, Lily reached for the boy's hand, squeezing it gently. "Thank you for your story. You inspire me." He squeezed back, a silent vow exchanged between them. As everyone began to disperse, each person carried a little more light within them. Promises of future stories danced in the air, and Lily felt a fresh resolve surge within her. They were building something that couldn't easily be torn down, a community fueled by authenticity and understanding. Outside the school, she turned to Emma, who walked beside her. "What's next for us?" Emma grinned. "Well, we continue this. Every week, let's keep sharing until we filled every crevice of hope." Lily nodded, embracing the path forward. This wasn't just about her anymore. It was about every single person who had opened up. "Next week will be incredible," she declared, filled with anticipation. And with that, Lily took a deep breath, letting the whirlwind of possibilities wash over her. She knew challenges lay ahead, but for the first time, she felt ready to face them, not alone, but with her community beside her. With each step, she could feel her confidence swell. The world was vast, but with her voice and the voices of those around her, together they could create lasting change. This was just the beginning. The stories still waiting to be told were a promise of transformation. Now was the time to fuel that fire. If you felt inspired by Lily's story and want to see more transformational journeys like hers, you need to subscribe now. This is the moment to show your support. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm and help spread these inspiring stories. And please comment down below with your reactions and feelings about this final chapter. Don't wait not even one more second to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this transformation. We're on an incredible journey together.